Hello, Fort Hays State University colleagues. My name is Shay Twinter, and this is my Module 1 for AEP 800. I graduated from the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg with a Bachelor's of Music Education in Voice in May of 2004. Since then, I have been a middle school vocal director for 14 years. 10 of those are in my current building. I am set to earn my first tenured pin this fall. I teach for the Raymore Peculiar School District, which is in Raymore, Missouri, just southeast of Kansas City. I teach at a school that's known as East Middle School. I'm in charge of the performing choirs. I teach a general music class, which includes ukulele lessons, and I'm a part of the music theater program. I am the mother of 3 boys. Kane, my oldest, is 9, Graham is 5, and Bodie is 3. My husband and I got married right as soon as I graduated, so we've been married for 14, will be 14 years this June, and he is also an educator. He's a band director at Pleasant Hill High School. We are active members in our church, Belton Assembly of God, where we are on the worship team, and I direct a lot of the holiday programs. I teach private lessons in piano, which was my original major, and I also serve the state as a solo adjudicator at the district and at the state level. One of the things when I'm reflecting about how technology impacts my students' achievement is that we must keep up with the technology that they hold in their hands on a daily basis. I watched a TED Talk one time that talked about how students walk around with cell phones that have massive technological power, but yet we make them turn them off and lock them in their lockers every day. A lot of that is for safety purposes, and I think until we can keep them safe, and that's how it has to be, but hopefully we can teach them the digital citizenship that they need in order to then use those phones as tools, as educational tools. And not only will technology help us do more with our students, it will allow us to reach them in a way that we haven't been able to before. They're no longer entertained with basic paper pencil sitting in a desk all day long. They're used to going home and interacting with their technology, and they learn in different ways than we never would have before. This is also going to allow us to reach those students who, like our class, are learning virtually, and hopefully will help those students who don't function so well in a mainstream classwork type setting. In my classrooms, I'm semi-technologically advanced. I'm not very in detail, but we do utilize Google Classroom and Google Forms. I have a website that is powered by Weebly that gets a lot of hits every week. A lot of our stuff is on there. Each of my classes has their own Google Classroom, and we use Google Forms to test and to allow them to quiz themselves. We have PowerPoints that are linked on the Google Classroom that they can go back and review, especially if they were absent. And on a daily basis, I take a picture of what we end up writing on a whiteboard during our discussions, and that picture goes right into the Google Classroom. The Weebly site that I have, I upload all of our rehearsal tracks. I record them onto MP3s during our rehearsals, and I upload them to the site, and they can click on it and go home and practice. This has been a complete game changer. I used to have to make millions and millions of CDs, and now I don't have to do that anymore, and it's very easy, it's cost effective, and it's a lot easier for me, and the kids prefer it. I've even offered to email them their own MP3, and they've actually told me that they prefer to just go to the website and find it there. Anything that I hand out in class can either go onto the Google Classroom, depending on if it's a specific class, or it can go on the website if it's everyone. The way I learn how to do things is by collaboration. We do have a tech director in our district who is responsible for helping us learn how to activate some of those not so well-known apps that might help us. And I can go to him and say, I want to do this, but how do I do this? And he can help show it to me. Or I find that one teacher who's there's one teacher in my school who's really good at Google Classroom, and I just walk in and I say, hey, this is what I want to do, and he helps me with it. Every once in a while, I'll find another music person in an area that's not close to mine, and we'll collaborate via email or even Skype. Funding is a big strain on what we can do with technology. For years, I couldn't implement anything that they were teaching me because I didn't have Wi-Fi. and I didn't have Wi-Fi in my room because there just wasn't enough money. So finally, the economy got a little better, and then I got Wi-Fi. But then I couldn't do other things because I didn't have a classroom set of Chromebooks. Now our students are coming to school with Chromebooks. They're more cost efficient. Our district is seeing the benefit of having that. And so since most of my students are coming with those Chromebooks, then I can implement a lot of the technology. But without this funding, um, we don't have the access that we normally would. And thank you for watching.